Welcome, everybody. This is Abacus Fish, and we are playing Old School Essentials via Roll20. I'm joined by four players today. We have the creator of Antagonist, James Somerton.
Hey there.
We have Seth.
Hey, hey.
And joining us for the first time, Sophie.
Hello.
And last but certainly not least, Joe.
Howdy.
Now, guys, what this is a Hexcrawl Adventures. That's what we're playing, Hexcrawl Adventures. Hexcrawls are kind of an open world format. I have no control over the players. I have all these maps. I have loot. I have towns. I got NPCs. I got monsters. I got all this stuff. But what I don't have is control over the player's direction. It's pretty much up to the characters. Really, the players through their characters. And so with that said, let's meet some of these characters, and we'll start with James. Why don't you tell us about Guilford the Grand?
Guilford the Grand is a tall man that somehow still isn't very imposing. He's kind of slender, wiry build, roughshod black hair that periodically drapes over his eyes, and often wears kind of leathers. He's been looking more travel worn recently. He used to be known as kind of a vagabond, but he's been out and about and has carried back with him many tales of grand adventures, maybe a little bit too grand to be believed.
All right, and Seth, why don't you tell us about Therum Smith?
Therum Smith is very much an average-looking dwarf. I guess you would say he's in his adolescent years. He likes to run around with his battle axe and his sling. He is a cousin of the late Goldie Smith, which maybe newcomers remember. And he has a big red beard, and yeah, he's very average for a dwarf. So, yeah.
Okay, and Sophie, why don't you tell us about Kailani Farron?
Kailani is a pretty average-looking elf gal. She's got like island girl vibes and has periwinkle colored hair and kind of purplish eyes and just wants to, make friends with everyone. And she's just been helping people get settled in through this big transition.
All right, and Joe, why don't you tell us about Stickbeard Smith?
Stickbeard is it's a bit of an older dwarf, stout, shorter than Therum, and has no hair and a black beard. The black beard coming from his long years working as a blacksmith. Thick-skinned, muscled from all of that work. Older, still doesn't willing to get his hands dirty, doesn't pay much mind to manners, and is extremely goal orientated. Very no nonsense. Let's make a plan and get it done and move on.
All right. So, we start. It is Sextidy, the 6th of Florial, 7932 year of Cosgrove. The rain has stopped. Just as your fortunes have turned, what you thought was going to happen when you fell into that pit was not falling backwards into money as what happened. And just as your fortunes have changed, so the weather seems to kind of cooperate. And now the rain has stopped. It is not a sunny day by any means. It is still cloudy. Um, like an early spring day near the coast. But it's not raining anymore. There's also the knowledge that your camp somehow connects to the old ruins of where the goblins are hiding out via mirror portals, as well as the idea that there might be more caves down under you than previously thought. Yes, you found one cave system that led to a kraken, but as Brock Half Giant kind of discovered, there might be more secrets, more places in the caves below where you could find treasure, or more dangerous monsters. Um, so there's that thread. There's also what's going on with Keen Scratch and the goblins in their holdout, and of course Nerton. Um, you haven't gotten any update, but you're pretty sure that Nerton's relatively the same. A stabilized situation, yet unable to get any footing in within visual distance of Nerton. And I guess we'll start with Stickbeard Smith. As you wake up in the morning, what is your character doing?
And I was on mute. Um, I'm seeking out. I'm seeking out the group that went and negotiated, so to speak, with the Goblin King to try and understand how that went down. Because for the life of me, like, it's something I don't understand and it bugs me.
Well, I'm just going to make a stab in the dark and say that Guilford the Grand's actually already in the middle of telling someone else about it, though not all the details may be on the up and up. But Guilford, who are you bragging to throughout the village?
Who can I corner here? Like
There's
somebody that can't make an excuse to leave.
Well, I mean, I'll kind of give you your choice here. So there's Vothig the orc, there's Jonathan Fairlight the merchant, there's Orntish the mage, and there is Mooney the mysterious knight.
Orentish is
Well,
actually with us in the camp now?
Yeah,
She's been hanging out, yeah.
was there,
Huh.
so I'm not going to brag to him.
Okay.
Oh, Theron was there too.
Yep.
Vothig wasn't there.
I talked to Mooney.
You wouldn't have brought Vothig on the diplomatic mission. You brought Vothig when you went and raided the bomb making facility.
Oh, that's right. He has been there, but he was not there at this time. Okay, well, I guess I'm talking to Vothig and Mooney and whatever cluster is around. I will regale them with our diplomatic mission into the depths of the goblin encampment, where we encountered the vile king, at least as tall as a horse, an unusually large goblin who wore a crown of spikes. And the noble dwarves made overtures so that we could team up with the goblins against the encroaching undead, because we needed an army and we needed their explosives, because the undead were too mighty for even us to handle. But alas, at the last moment, the goblins betrayed us and sent all of the dwarves into the pit, probably with some other people. Oh yeah, there were goblins too. They sent the dwarves and some goblins into the pit, and uh, after my heroic attempt to fight off the entire army of goblins failed, with half of them still alive, I followed into the pit to try and retrieve them. Alas, climbing back up seemed unlikely, so instead we delved deeper into the depths of the goblin caves and found this tremendous uh, hoard of treasure, which we purloined for the good of the kingdom, since it's no sense in letting it languish down there, and we have to prop up the economy of the kingdom by taking it and spending it on things. Then we managed to activate a magical mirror where Guilford bravely strode into its depths and found that it led right back here.
Convenient. Damn. Well, shit, Guilford. Color me impressed.
And
I
with very little
I
embellishment, I might add.
yeah, I
Oh,
almost didn't need to.
oh, snap. If Therum's backing you up, then I guess I have to believe you. The one-way mirror, I'm guessing.
Nope.
Oh, what?
It's
We've gone both ways.
yeah.
Where? So wait, where's the end that pops you out here?
It's underneath our encampment near the Kraken.
Oh, snap. Okay, cool. I don't know why Stickbeard knows all of the slang, but yes. Okay, neat. Huh.
But I think with that, we have everything we needed to manufacture our massive explosion to wipe out the undead once and for all and save the kingdom.
Jonathan Fairlight pipes up and goes, "That's still gonna that still might take a couple days." He's like, as you're saying that, he's actively looking over the manuscripts, like trying to figure out the process.
We also could take out the Kraken. There's quite a bit of treasure being guarded by it.
Well, I suppose that's true, but the Kraken isn't currently threatening the kingdom, to my understanding.
This is true.
Have we let... Crap. And now my brain went blank. Have we let Orentish see the Kraken?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why she stopped bugging us.
Oh. I barely noticed. Yeah, dealing with the Kraken is at least one objective.
So, out of character is sorry, what's his name again? Let's see. I totally close it. The new elf. Are they actually new, or have they been here the whole time?
Yes. Every new character is basically, it's assumed that they've been a part of the refugee camp. It's just, they've been standing in the background.
Okay. So we're all wallflowers until we're PCs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, well, it sounds like we've got a little ways before we can save the entire kingdom. I would like to spend this time planning the parade that will inevitably be thrown for us. But what did you guys want to do?
Hmm.
Wait, guys, hold that thought. So,
Hmm.
Kailani, uh,
Yes.
you have witnessed this many times before, especially with Therum and especially with Stickbeard. When they gather around the campfire and they start talking, usually means that they're about to go on an adventure. And you've heard all these stories of like some of the stuff they've gotten into. And for whatever reason, today is the day that Kailani Fallon decides to join.
Yep. Mingling with the adventurers and hoping I can get out there with them.
So, yeah, how do you kind of approach this? Because I assume that Guilford, Therum, and Stickbeard, they're kind of like gathered around the campfire. Like, how do you address them as you approach the campfire?
I'd give a cheerful good morning and um, say that I heard some really exciting things about your last outing.
Oh, indeed. Uh, I I tried to speak up so that everybody could hear of our adventures. Uh, so, what brings you over here, Kailani? I want to very much and emphatically profess my innocence. I did not steal your hairbrush. You can tell.
Is somebody missing a hairbrush?
No, probably not. Apparently.
Welcome. I
Alrighty
hope
then.
you can join us on our next adventures. Sitting around the camp must be boring.
Now that things have gotten a little more settled, I think I can spare the time to go out and see what happens outside.
So speaking of going outside, where would you all like to go?
And so you pull out your map.
Whew. All right. So let's see. We have the Goblin Cave that we could explore more. We have the skeleton hordes to the south or southeast. Didn't we have another?
There are the
Um,
caves right below you.
oh,
Yeah, well, that kind of leads into the Goblin Caves, right?
Oh, to reiterate, what basically Brock yes found the mirror that or I'm sorry, no, it was Guilford as he tells it. Um, went through the mirror and back, but upon discovering that, basically realized that there are parts of runes that are probably underground, similar to the Goblin Caves. You guys haven't explored the full cave system. There are more caves down there that you could explore. That may or may not lead to more ruins, and it would be similar to the Goblin Cave situation. Except the goblins live there and you guys live here.
another thing we could do if we're feeling adventurous, I believe we've left some blight trees standing. Like, are these? I know some of these were burned down,
Yeah.
but are
It,
any of them still?
The ones with the red X's over them were burned down.
Yes.
So like this one and that one.
And I think that's the only two we've done, unless you did
Yeah.
one last weekend.
There was one that was being created in the forest just north of the other blight tree, but that was burned down.
Okay, so it looks like we have 3 on the map.
There's a couple down here too.
Guilford, you might remember going down south, you might run into other problems besides skeletons. Because remember when you went down south to check up on the other side of the battle near Nerton, you ran into some armed militia.
Oh yeah, the dwarves. The Dwarven Kingdom, which is somewhat hostile.
Hmm. The Dwarven Kingdom. Well, they should be easier, more welcoming of dwarves.
Possibly. I don't think we had any at the time.
It sounds like explosives would be helpful in bringing down the blight trees.
Let's see. We've burned down some younger ones with just oil and fire.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need the explosives, and the knight, the silent knight, can take them down without explosives if we decide to do that. Or we could go exploring in some caves. Here. Shall we put it to a vote?
The other objective I'd point out, which goes kind of along with burning the blight trees, is also patrolling the roads near Nerton. Last you heard, they've held stable perimeters, but every time they send scouts in, they get ambushed.
Okay.
So that's another
I'd vote
objective.
For that. Any objections?
No, I'm up for whatever.
Explain that last one again. We'd be guarding the road for people, for scouts, or
no, you'd be the scouting party risking an ambush.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yeah, fine. That, yeah. I'm there. You got to vote.
Okay. Sorry, I'm really bad with names.
Hooray!
Lee?
Kalani, yeah. That sounds like a good
Kalani.
idea.
Alrighty. Well, it looks like a good time to start. Has the rain kind of stopped falling finally, or is it still going?
No, the rain has stopped. No more movement penalty.
Yes.
Perfect day for travel. So shall we head out after breakfast?
So go ahead and plot the course, however you're entering the battlefield. Like those red markers effectively mark off where the road is dangerous.
Mm.
Like where that trisection is in the south, to the northwest where the runes are. That corridor should be really famous. You guys visited and revisited that one a bunch until you finally took it for good. And then the runes actually right next to it, you fought a couple of battles until you pushed the skeletons off. And then, to the north where the three town area is. Yeah, they've broken the irrigation and flooded the road to prevent the skeletons from moving further. And then, after some encouragement from the vagabonds of the North Shore, they started throwing rocks at them, and it seems to be working quite well.
Alrighty. So I always forget where we actually are.
You. Seth, if you got it.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Okay. We're not actually on a road. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you gotta
didn't realize.
hike. You gotta, kind of hike cross country to the road and then utilize it.
Okay. Not bad at drawing. Pretty particularly good at drawing on this program. Guess I could freehand it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I usually do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Also, guys, check your total haul before you leave. And remember, Jonathan Fairlight is busy deciphering how to make explosive barrels, but he can also sell you stuff from the adventuring gear list.
Okay. Where do we want to end up? So, where have the scouting parties been repulsed?
That would be from the northwest, where the ruins are. House Dugny controls that.
Can I take one of the slings from the total haul?
For it.
Yep. Yeah, take whatever you want. I'm wearing the leather armor, but has anybody else claimed anything?
I was gonna ask for the short sword.
The Goblin Bane?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
And yeah, Robert Shieldheart isn't here, so his shield is up for grabs. The Ring of Invisibility is basically, if that party member isn't here, if it says usually worn by this party member, it's up for grabs.
Oh, I will take the silver shield. I think I was wearing the silver shield last time, so I'm just going to continue wearing it if that's all right.
Cool. That should be fine.
Anybody else gearing up? If nobody wants the Ring of Invisibility, I'll take it.
Yeah, I usually roll with the fire resistance one.
Gotcha.
And Kailani, because you're an elf, you can actually use one of the charges of the wand to identify those 4 potions if you'd like.
I can do that if uh, we want them identified right now, or we can hold off, whatever you guys are wanting.
Oh, we have 2 options. We can have you identify them, or we can just drink them and hope. So, whichever you think is best. You're the expert.
Probably better to know.
Yeah.
Okay, get rid of 1 charge, and I will tell you what each of them do.
Do we just edit that in the total haul?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whoever wants to spearhead that, but I will tell you what each of them do. So, the one that feels like it's a highly pressurized clear green liquid in a glass bottle, that is a potion of growth that lasts for 4 turns or 4 rounds of combat. Potion of growth, 4 rounds. The pulses like a heartbeat, blood red liquid, warm to the touch. That is a potion of healing. And that heals 1d6 plus 1 HP. The one that looks like a bunch of slimy slugs writhing in the bottle is a summoned snakes. Bottle of summoned snakes. Basically works like the sticks to snakes spell.
6 to snakes.
Yeah, just hook it on the ground, and you got snakes. One time
Do they
use.
do what you
Huh?
tell them to, or do they just kind of?
They're on
be
your
snakes?
side. They're on your side.
Okay.
Yeah, it works
Well, somebody
exactly.
should.
It works exactly like the sticks to snakes 4th level spell description.
Wow. 4th level. Okay.
But yeah, one time use.
Is that all of them?
No, and the 4th and the final one is an orangish liquid that ripples like plasma and is hot to the touch. That is a potion of fireball.
See, I'm glad you identified that one, Kailani. I don't think that would have been good to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
You guys
Well, we should
gonna
probably take.
bring?
Yeah, we should take all of them and just we'll put back the ones we don't use. Who wants what?
What was the first one again? The clear green liquid?
Potion of growth.
Potion of growth.
Ooh. Hmm.
It lasts 4 rounds.
Hmm. Hell, I'll take that one then. Hold on to it for now. And also, I'm going to bug our local general store for a shield. A regular, everyday one.
I think we're traveling through a town. We should be able to pick one up.
Okay.
Yes, Jonathan
Uh,
Fairlight only really has adventuring gear. But yes, on the way to Berry Pond, you do know there's a blacksmith, and they should have a shield, no problem.
Okay. Then my bad. Oh wait.
I will bring a charge of centipede poison for when I do get something I can use that with.
Oh, do you want to buy weapons or armor in Berry Pond? We've got money.
Yeah, I figured I would pick up a dagger or something when we were at the blacksmith.
Right. I'm going to take the potion of sticks to snakes.
Therum,
Everybody
take
going
the
to be
healing.
brave enough to
Take the
carry
healing
a fireball potion?
Take the healing potion. Okay, I'll take the healing potion.
Let's not kid ourselves.
All right.
And I think that leaves. Huh. Kailani. Congrats. Congrats. You have a fireball in a jar.
Amazing.
I'm set.
All right, so we shall move the adventure as you guys are set up. You get on the road from Maurice's Reach. Things are strangely quiet there, not the usual activity. For those who have passed through Maurice's Reach, I think Guilford and Therum, you know that that riots have been occurring because of the grain prices. And last time you guys walked in there, you saw people in the stockades, or the stocks, or whatever they're called, lined up against the wall around Maurice's Reach. So things are kind of degrading, and yeah, not the usual hum of activity that when you first maybe Therum and Stickbeard more so remember when Maurice's Reach like had a little more hum of activity. It's eerily quiet. As you continue on to Berry Pond, the wooden gate is closed. And there is, as you guys approach the wooden gatehouse, some soldiers, and of course they are wearing a herald's. That is a river flowing over a rock that is blue and green. This is the River Cobb herald. And one of them wearing a chainmail coif with that tabard over, carrying a spear, leans over the wall and calls out to you, "Who goes there?"
We are the vagabonds of the North Shore, and I, as you no doubt recognize, am Guilford the Grand, hero of this realm. And this is Callum Stickbeard and Kailani.
Oh, the vagabonds of the
Also
North.
here.
The vagabonds, huh? Okay. Let them through. Yeah, so some guards push open the gates, and you guys are in Berry Pond.
Not very fun. It feels like it's been so long.
So this is probably maybe an hour or 2 hours of daylight as you guys approach Berry Pont, and it is the usual hum of activity. The market is in full effect. That guy that's always there is there, saying, "Fish, fresh fish."
Hmm.
There's the blacksmith, the baker, the butcher, meat maker, and the pawnbroker. And the church of Cosgrove, the hospital, tavern. But it sounds like Stickbeard and Kailani are going to the blacksmith, which is right
Yeah.
here. As you guys approach the blacksmith, of course, actually, as you guys just kind of approach town, the various cabins and cottages that are strewn throughout the sprawling meadow leading up to this city center. You start hearing the tink, 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 and the smell of charcoal. It's the blacksmith is in full operation.
I think we'll head on inside.
Walking in, doors are already open. They're like these sliding wooden slats. There are various workers of the faceless, nameless variety. Minor NPC vibes, kind of getting from them. But one NPC that draws your eye is one who is is in the middle of quenching a set of tools. He's of average height, very stout build, probably somewhere in his 50s, human. He's got short brown hair, big bushy brown mustache, very fierce brown eyes. And he wears a leather apron and leather gloves. And as you guys kind of walk in, he says, we have a bunch of our stock on the walls, but if you're looking for something specific, give me a second and I'll make that order. However, I'll let you know that's going to be in a couple weeks.
I just quite literally pull the most basic shield I find in the place off of the wall.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of daggers. There's arrows. Yeah, there's shields. Lot of spears. Not so many swords. There's the swords that they do have. There's only 5 or so, and they're put in these kind of mall ninja collections kind of thing. But obviously more of they're obviously more of a display piece and not their big sellers.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick out a decent looking dagger.
Among them you do find a silver dagger.
Ooh.
That's fancy. Is there any perks to it being silver other than it being pretty?
It hurts werewolves and vampires and potentially useful against the undead.
You know what? Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Okay, so a silver dagger is I think that's priced
30?
in yeah. And Therum or James, are you doing anything while you guys are in town?
Nothing of note. I'm gonna chat up the pawnbroker, but I'm not buying anything or selling anything.
Yeah, I think I'm, geared up.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. So you walk in. Of course, the pawnbroker, unlike basically every other shop here, which is very clean, looks very active. The pawn shop at the end, very dusty. Also, doesn't really look like many customers coming in or out. When you walk in, you're like the only person there, besides the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper being a dwarf. She's appears to be in her 60s or so. Salt and pepper hair, dark brown eyes, um, and wears a tunic and trousers. No shoes.
No
Hey,
shoes.
Greta.
Yeah, this is Horella Dukelm.
Yeah, but Guilford doesn't remember that.
Oh yeah,
Hey, Greta.
that's Horella.
All right. Yeah, that's what I said. So, did you hear about our ventures in deep into the Goblin Caves?
What? The Goblin Caves. What?
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. We fought the Goblin King to a standstill, drove him off, and stole all their treasure.
All the treasure. Which Goblin Cave are we talking about here?
Uh, the Cave of No Return to the north. That's what they call it. We returned.
Oh, wait, but I thought House Vargas rid that place of goblins long ago.
Oh, they must have come back with a vengeance. These goblins were mightier than I've ever seen them before.
So, House Vargas failed in their mission?
Or perhaps they succeeded and just, time passes, stuff happens. Goblins come back.
The goblins are back. She kind of like smirks and starts nodding. So the goblins are back.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, as one of the shortkin, do you know much about the Dwarven Nation and, what they're about?
Oh, yes. Those folk down south. Yes. They're, everybody, all you tall folk keep calling them the Dwarven Kingdom, but they're more of like a commune, really. Though a very caste based commune. Um, yeah, I'm actually not from there, so thank you for that assumption. Um,
You're welcome.
I'm actually well from the native dwarven ancestors that used to live here before, you know, you humans took it all. But I guess you being a vagabond on the North Shore probably weren't responsible of it. So, but maybe I don't know. You have ancestors in common with the ones that took out my ancestors. I don't know. I don't take it personally though. But still, though, the goblins are
Well, that's
back. The goblins are back, is what you're
yeah,
saying.
that is indeed what I said. The goblins are back. Uh, Perhaps fewer in number after our clash. They didn't fare so well, but they're still there.
Well, well, good to know. Um,
So
and
this commune, what do they do? It seems like they have a lot of mines and such. I mean, who are they mining for?
the themselves.
What do they do with the ore?
I mean, they typically. I mean, I would assume sell it, use some kind of commerce.
Oh.
I'm not really like I guess as up to date with what goes on. I hardly leave town. You know that it's dangerous to walk around between towns, right? Like,
It'll be a lot safer after we're done with our patrol today. Speaking of which, I should go check on the others to see how they're doing. They're buying a slew of new fancy weapons from your compatriot down the way, and we're going to slay many skeletons with them.
well, yeah, I mean, they could have probably gotten a better deal here, but yeah, if they wanted to waste their money with that overpriced junk made by that human, sure.
I'll let them know. Maybe they'll come here first next time.
I would prefer it.
Right. So I leave and go see if everybody's done with at the smithy.
Yeah, and you guys meet all back into the vendor street, you know. People kind of walk in. You're kind of like walking as the crowd mills around you, looking at wares of various booths.
Hey, how'd shopping go?
Seems all right.
It went wonderfully.
You know, there's another shop that sells weapons and armor around here.
Oh, I'll have to check it
Yeah,
out
if
at
you
some
wanted
point.
to expand your selection, it's one of the dwarves in town, right over there.
I should have known. Might as well
No,
go check it
next
out.
time.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're kind of in a hurry. I don't know. I'm confused already.
I would say that at this point, you guys have spent about 30 minutes. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, 30 minutes of walking into the town, kind of getting your stuff, and then meeting back up. So, yeah, it's been about 2.5 hours at this juncture.
Okay.
Did you
I
happen to
suppose we
see if you had any quarter staffs or clubs or anything like that?
the pawnbroker.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just occurred to me that that might be a better idea if we're gonna encounter some skeletons.
yeah, she had lots of clubs.
All right, can I pop in there and buy a club real quick?
Might as well get a mace if you're gonna buy a blunt weapon.
Okay. A mace will do.
So you open the door, and Horella's like, wow, 2 customers in one day. What do I owe the pleasure?
Our good friend just recommended your shop over here, and I realized I needed one more thing. Do you have any maces in stock?
Oh, yeah, I got one. Sure, sure. She goes to the back, rummages around for a while, pulls out this dusty, bloody. What it looks like is like just a kind of a cylindrical piece of like a log with a metal band around a studded metal band around it, with the handle end sanded down with a bit of rope. But it looks like it's been used in battle. However, it doesn't really seem to matter. It's a blunt weapon, still looks heavy. And you get the mace for half price.
Very nice. How much is half price?
Let me look up the actual price.
It says 5.
Oh, well then, just two. Two.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please come again. We have all sorts of junk. weapons, equipment for you.
We'll keep that in mind next time we're in Berry Pond.
What kind of armor does everybody wear?
I've got chain.
I don't think I'm wearing any.
Elves can wear armor, can't they?
Yeah. Should be able to.
Does she have any leather armor I can snag real quick on our way out?
Oh yes, I might have something. Sure, sure. Hold on. Runs back, comes out with a heavily padded gambeson, which is effectively leather armor. It's a long coat version of the gambeson. So it basically is kind of like a trench coat, but it's very padded, very thick cloth, and double-breasted. And you notice that it is also stained with blood, and it looks like wherever there'd be like a badge for the heraldry of the gambeson is ripped off.
I'll just give a shrug and say it'll do for today, and I'll go ahead and buy it.
Yep, that's also half price.
Nice. So is that 10?
Yeah.
Right, then I'm all ready to go.
Alrighty. I guess we might as well head out.
All right, you guys leave Berry Pont and return to the map.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you spent about 30 minutes in town, and you are moving at 15 minutes a hex, or is that right?
4
don't
hexes an
remember.
hour.
I don't quite remember. I think that sounds
Pretty
about
good
right.
clip.
Yep.
How big are these hexes?
Half a
Half
mile.
a mile?
Okay, so we're going 2 miles an hour about.
A jaunty walk.
Yep.
Well, it's like walking, but you also have your pack and stuff.
Right.
So, and yeah, 5 minutes for elevation change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, it was about an hour and yeah, it was about 2 hours to get from your place to Berry Pont. But then you spent about 30 minutes, and now you continue on. And it's another 30 minutes when you get to the barricade. I'm just going to take you to the barricade map. The tokens aren't updated, but it's no longer a combat encounter.
Right.
You approach the barricade, and there is a post established that you can see, about a mile away as you're walking towards it, just outside of Berry Pont. And hanging from the post is a banner that is green and black, and it is a sword with tulip flowers weaved around the blade. And you approach the barricade, and there are footmen who stop you. Halt! 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 Halt!
Greetings, friends. I am Guilford the Grand. You've no doubt heard of me, and this is my merry band of heroes. We are setting forth to patrol these roads and make them safer for everyone.
Ah, Guilford the Great. I think we've heard of you. Are you the vagabonds of the North Shore?
Indeed.
Well, tell your lord, Stickbeard Smith, that he has our thanks.
Lord Stickbeard Smith, you have their thanks.
And they have my gratitude.
Oh, my lord, my apologies. I did not realize I was in the presence of you.
Pay it no mind.
Are you here to speak with the Lady Regent, Maka?
If only briefly. We wish to attempt a scouting party of our own.
And your bravery continues to grow bolder.
The only way to get stronger is to face it head on.
So yeah, he walks away, and then kind of like, the rest of the footmen just kind of like hold you to stay in place. He's gone for a bit, but then walks back with Maka. She has her helmet on at this point, and she's actually joined by two soldiers, kind of like as a royal escort. And they kind of do this little parade march towards you, Stickbeard Smith. Yes, in this, Maka, she is slightly shorter than average height, and a slight build, just slighter than average. She has short dark hair and eyes with honey-colored skin. Wears chainmail tabard depicting the Dugneys crest, which matches the banner on the post. And yeah, there's kind of this like little ceremony where the three of them, she's like flanked by two soldiers as she walks up to you, Stickbeard, and then kneels with the other two, and they all stand up, and Maka looks at you and says, "My lord, it is my understanding that you wish to lead a scouting mission into the combat zone."
Plain and simple. That is the truth.
We will grant thee that privilege, but what of your subjects if you were to fall?
Uh, we have so. Huh. One of our band will make sure to make it out and return to the Vagabonds of the North Shore, and from there we will simply select another Lord Regent among our own to act as our leader. But I do not plan to die today. I plan to die much later in my life.
Then fight well. And then she turns back, yells at all the footmen,
Probably at
"Let
the
them
end of-
through!"
Someone said something? Someone said something and it was super choppy.
Oh yeah. I think James, what were you saying?
I don't remember now. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
It was not important.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, as you guys have been at this barricade, occasionally like you'll hear one of the footmen like standing on top of one of the cliffs, being like, "Hey, we got a skeleton wandering over there," and then like all of them just start throwing slings in that direction until the skeleton falls. Um, and that's kind of like the area you're leaving. So I guess going back to the overworld map. So you guys have made it to this red mark here.
Okay. So I didn't really have a plan for past this point. Does anybody have any suggestions? No. There are no suggestions.
Oh, someone's breaking up.
Yeah.
We need to avoid the castle, but we can.
James, you're breaking up.
Okay. No.
Perfect.
There you go.
Okay. I was just too close to the mic. Okay, so anybody have any suggestions for after we get to this point?
Well, are we gonna go? See, push some skeletons back.
You guys, so from here, standing at the ruins.
South?
Yeah. I was just about to explain what you see. So, like from the ruins that you're here,
Mhm.
you know, you got the forest on either side, and you've been to the forest in the south. You know, there is the potential of running into skeletons there.
Yeah.
You could continue down the road. You've bumped into skeletons down that way. But just around the forest is Nurton. You can see the village mount, but you've never been able to quite get there.
Shall we try to push into Nurton? Nurton's overrun still, right?
Well, I mean, every time they send a scout over, nobody comes back.
Mm. Yeah, we could try to push into Nurton. Liberate Nurton.
Sounds good.
Yep.
So I guess how are you approaching this? Are you going to try and go down the road, which would basically be the front entrance towards Nurton, the intended path, or would you try to go through the forests?
Uh,
Worst comes to worst, we have a fireball.
feel like going through the forest probably would allow us to get closer to the town without being seen. But there's no elevation changes if we just go through here. And these are roads, right? These gray things.
Which does an elevation change cost?
I didn't catch any of that.
How much does an elevation change cost us in time?
5 minutes.
Yeah, I think we should go through the forest.
Shall we?
Okay, so going through a forest
Let's
is
give it a shot.
yeah, going through a forest is also another 5 minutes, and so 2 elevation changes, and going through the forest is another 15 minutes. On top of that is 45 minutes. After your 3 hours and 30 minutes, you're at 4 hours and 15 minutes as you approach Nurton from the forest.
All right.
Damn.
Just gonna draw a little boop, boop, like that.
You find yourself back to the clearing where the blight tree was burned. And as you approach that area, you hear some talking, some murmuring. You can't quite make it out because you're barely within earshot. But the person seems to be talking loudly. And I'm just going to be setting up the map. So as you guys walk through, oh, did you end up taking any NPCs with you?
I thought
No, I don't think so.
we probably have Lucky with us though.
Yeah, Lucky's kind of a given. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't come up in Berry Pond, so you didn't bring the knight or the orc with you.
All right, what was that?
Loud talking that we were hearing, is it in the common tongue or one of the languages we understand?
Give me a hear noise check. Or listen at door, same thing. Everybody can. And I think with everybody, oh, there's a success.
I'm not sure if I've.
On your
How
character,
do I do that?
exploration. It's like right under your ability scores. Exploration. There's listen at door. If you just click it, it should just.
And then the
It
threshold.
asks for a threshold modifier.
There's no
Oh,
threshold. 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Therum, you should. I believe dwarves and elves succeed on a 2 and 6. I believe.
Oh.
I
I
believe.
don't know about dwarves, elves do.
Elves do, but let me.
On
Listening
a
at
2
yeah
and a
two.
6?
Yep, 2 and 6. Listening at dwarves,
Oh, is that the... Oh, okay.
elves, and halflings. Yeah, basically all the special classes have that.
Hmm.
But so yeah, Therum, the dwarves hear it. And it sounds a lot kind of like a sermon. Um, I know that we have had many hardships, but our initial success was quite promising, and we will bring to them all the pain and suffering that they have brought to us. They don't realize it, but they are all slaves to Cosgrove, slaves to Erda, and through the antlered majesty he will free us all, destroy all that distinguishes and divides us, and wrap us in his cold slumber of eternal night, where we will no longer feud and no longer hurt each other. All strife will be gone in eternal peace. I promise you, my brothers and sisters, we are at the precipice of uh, uh, our driven goal. It just kind of keeps going on.
This man sounds like he needs to die.
Oh, I'll take your word for it because I can't hear him.
We got ourselves a cult leader, a death cult leader, a give up your free will for the good of all and live as mindless zombies, letting somebody else make decisions for you kind of leader.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, generally not a good thing. Can I actually point to this person? Like, are they within, like, can we see them?
No. It's kind of like you guys are kind of under this mound, this forested mound, and you're like, if you were to peek over the ridge, you would see them, but then, I would start making you guys do, like, stealth checks and stuff. The only reason you're having this chance of hearing them before they hear you is he's talking very loudly, and it's almost like he's talking to a group of people.
So, if nothing else, like, it sounds like they're having one of their little devotional talks that away, and I
Hmm.
point to the best direction I can think of.
I guess we start going that way.
Okay, so you guys kind of have to shuffle south a little bit over a ridge. I guess, like, how are you? I will set up kind of the combat and the staging area, but like that won't be hard and fast. You guys can. I mean, if you guys want to be like, well, maybe I'm off the map, that's fine. But this is kind of like what you walk into as I'm still setting up the map.
Oh, we're going to try and remain as unseen as possible, I think.
Well, you're wearing your ring, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I guess I'll activate it. There's no reason not to.
So you walk over, and what you see actually makes you. Maybe you get weak in the knees. What it is a very unsettling gathering.
Oh my lord.
The one with the skull and crossbones is the one talking. He seems to be surrounded by some acolytes, and there's just this crowd of skeletons, and they're all just like paused looking at him. But he's not addressing the skeletons, he's addressing his acolytes as he talks. No, right, you don't have this guy. This guy don't. There.
Which one is the one that's like talking to the rest of them? Okay, gotcha.
Eek. That's a lot of skeletons.
Yep, I have a suggestion. For Kailani. That's a lot of guys kind of in one area, and you have a potion that can easily solve our problems relatively quickly.
Does seem like a good opportunity for that.
How far kind of can you throw an object?
Oil flask. Use the range of an oil flask.
Oh, what, like 20 feet, 40 feet?
5 to 10, 11 to 30, 30 to 50.
I don't think you have to be super accurate. 50 is probably suitable.
I was thinking right in the middle of the group is 40 feet.
Try and hit this guy.
I'm assuming it hits like every hex around it.
Fireball works just like the spell.
That's a lot more than one hex.
Oh, I'm just saying, what's the explosion radius, I guess?
I think it's 20 feet.
Yep.
Oh, it's
So
20 feet?
4 hexes? Yeah, 4 hexes.
Oh gosh, that's like a huge, like 20 feet in every direction.
Yeah, that's all of them probably.
Yeah, that's like all of them.
Yes, I guess this guy will be okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just aim for dead center.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Dead center.
Yeah. Pun intended. The aim for dead center of the undead.
So that's long range. It is a -1 to your missile range attack, but you do get your dex bonus to hit. And yeah, that's it. And roll d20.
Ooh.
So that hits.
And then, what did you say to roll for damage?
Oh, damage.
I think it's like 5d6.
Yeah, I think it's 5d6. It's that's kind of always been standard, but I wanted to double check.
1d6 per level to caster, and the minimum caster level is 5.
So yeah, 5d6. $17 damage.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that would wipe our party. Glad you didn't drop it.
Oh gosh.
I don't know if it's relevant if these guys have enough hit points, but anybody that saves only takes half damage, which is what, like 8.
For the skeletons, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, so like everybody got hit except for this guy.
And if you could update the total haul saying that that fireball potion is spent.
Will do.
You got that?
I don't think we specified what they were yet, so I'm just gonna delete the one that the orangish
Ripple.
liquid that ripples like plasma.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably just should have marked it as used, like our other one.
Well,
As long as people know that that potion isn't usable anymore, that's what matters. Okay, so there's an explosion. The other guy does get
is it
caught up in it, um,
okay?
and his dark robes are singed and stuff, and he's taken completely by surprise. Cause like 1 minute he's like in the middle, it's like, yes, and we will make them all pay, and then kaboom. And now, actually, yeah, well, no, given that it just recently rained, you don't start a forest fire. So there's that. But there are like, blades of grass that are, kind of ignite. But the trees don't light up, thankfully. Um,
Oh,
but
good.
but there is like this giant gray like circle, like at ground zero here. Um, and he looks over. He sees you guys after you threw the potion, and he goes, "More assailants! Grant them the gift of death!" And he points, and everybody roll an ish. Or actually, just one person roll an ish.
Mm. You want to go? You want to go for it, Kalani?
Sure. Let's see, where is Anish on this
It's on the
character sheet?
right side under the combat section. There you go.
There you go first. Hold on, calculating. Um, yeah, so more guys just kind of pile up. They
Oh,
all, yeah, they all kind of gather into a huddle and say, "Let this carnage not be wasted," and they all start They take out these antler daggers with dark, dark stone blades, and they stab themselves in the neck.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh,
and the blood, like, they all kind of clump onto each other, and as they clump onto each other, the blood, like, splashes onto them and kind of starts melting them. And suddenly there's this, like, burbling mass. And this abomination made up of bone and blood and muscle, and you're not sure what comes hatching.
yeesh.
Ew.
And it starts, like, and it's like smoking as it, like, emerges out, and it looks at you, and its eyes start glowing purple, and it lets out a shriek similar to the blight tree. Everybody make a save versus spell.
What do we put for the threshold modifier?
Nothing.
Okay.
Well, that's not a good set of rules.
So you all take a point of damage. And you're all stunned for your next turn, so roll initiative.
I can do it since I'm right here.
You go first. Yeah, so this thing's, like, got, like, a bunch of appendages, like, a little bit like Godric the Grafted from Elden Rings. Just, like, he's got, like, all sorts of limbs just coming out of the torso. Maybe an extra head coming out of the shoulder. Maybe an extra foot just kind of sticking out of who knows where as it writhes towards you. But yeah, you guys are going first.
So that's a very large skeleton.
I think it has flesh.
Yeah. I just couldn't find, the human centipede token. I just didn't have that handy, so.
Oh gosh.
What are we gonna do, y'all?
Maybe it's time for that potion of growth. No
I was
bite,
thinking that.
giant flesh thing with giant flesh thing.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I do on my turn then. I quaff that.
Thick beard grows to an enormous height.
If we're going by what the book says, it's just double. That's all. That's still
Oh,
huge.
Yeah, I mean,
for a dwarf.
double
Yep.
double height means like 8 times the weight.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm gonna sneak since I'm currently invisible. Get into this concealed area. I'm gonna try and get in for a backstab when it approaches. Oh, you guys are moving up. Okay.
I'm moving up since I have quaffed this potion.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead. So you're moving at like your normal movement encounter, because you're spending your action to move stealthily. Roll me a move silently check. Okay. Let me make a check. Okay. I made the check, but you don't know the result. You do feel, though, that you were moving a little louder than you should have been.
Right.
And yeah, just move to your normal movement, and then
So,
Stickbeard just
Sure.
walks up.
Yeah. No, I'm the threat.
Right.
yeah, I wonder if you can increase the size of your token.
I can.
Wham. Okay, cool.
Not as big, but still, you know.
Now that qualifies as double.
Yeah. All right. And I'm also moving up. Kind of staying out of the way, though. I'm just going to stand on this skeleton's bones.
Excuse me.
Gonna try to flank this skeleton as it moves up to engage with Stickbeard.
Okay, so that's where you guys move.
Yeah.
Okay. And none of you are using missile attacks?
Kailani
No, I
and
have.
Therum, I think, have actions left.
Well, Theron.
Yeah, can I use my sling?
Sure, yes, go ahead.
Okay, tell me if I roll this incorrectly.
Well, it's a short range, so you had +1. Oh, yep, there you go. Wow. Okay. Nice.
Well, it takes an action to switch between weapons, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, did I need to like pull out the sling then first as an action?
I'd say with empty hands, because you just threw the bottle. With empty hands, just pulling your sling. It's where you have to, like, say, sheath your sword and pull out a bow. That takes an action.
Okay.
But just grabbing your sling as you walk at a normal pace, pretty easy to do. And yeah, you throw and you pelt him pretty good. Lets out a scream, and there's a big old bruise in the decayed remains of whatever flesh of one of the 5 sorcerers, necromancers. And Therum, you got a melee weapon. Stickbeard, you got a melee weapon. And Guilford, okay. And you're setting up a sneak attack. Okay. So after you guys go, the giant steps up to you, Stickbeard, and just starts swinging a bunch of its appendages repeatedly. What is your armor class?
Me?
Yeah.
15.
Oh, don't forget you got a shield, right?
Yep. It used to be 14.
Oh, now it's
Okay.
15. Okay.
Yep.
So swings at you for a few more than a few times with its various appendages to hit. You get punched and kicked. And you take 4 damage.
Scoff. Scoff,
Uh,
scoff, scoff.
Noonish. Who wants to roll?
I'll take this one.
Oh, and you're using the short sword. Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. You go first.
And- I'm trying to hack off one of the limbs. So,
Make
may
an
I roll for that?
Make an attack roll. Yeah.
Cool. And then evidently, and that was the one other thing I read in the book about the growth potion is that I do double damage.
Oh wow.
Yep.
But an attack of 8 I don't think hits.
No, you do not hit.
Yeah. Oh well.
I'm gonna give attacking a try. I don't know if he's aware of my presence or not. I suppose I'll roll normally, and then it's +4 if he's well. That's not very impressive.
Yeah, that is a miss.
And I appear. And that would have been a lot of damage too.
All right. I'm going to take a smack at this thing with my mace. Ooh. Probably a miss, huh?
That hits.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that you just smash into the flank and you hear a bunch of bones crunch and it lets out a scream. Not like the loud scream as before, but like a scream of pain.
Yeah.
Can I try the sling again?
Sure.
And the threshold modifier should be 0.
+1.
Oh, okay.
And that is a miss. On its turn, it's kind of after getting smacked by you, Therum, it starts to it turns towards you, and several of its limbs grab onto you. So on your turn, you have to make a break door check to be released from its grip. And also, while it can't attack anyone else, on its turn it will start crushing Therum with all of its limbs.
No, I don't want that. That
Wow.
doesn't sound like a good time.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing where he is trying to lift you, and that would basically be enough damage to kill you. But basically, he wants to lift you up into the air, get rid of all your leverage, and then snap you. Right now, you are preventing that from happening. But to completely break free from him, you have to. Oh, I'll give you your first attempt on his turn. So we'll see if his attack. So give me a break door check.
Like open stuck door?
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, okay. So yeah, he grabs you. It's kind of like one of those cool, like, I don't know, kung fu movie moments where this big thing just like crumples all over you, and you like flex your shoulders, your knees shiver, and then you just, squat up and shake him off. Okay.
My strength comes in handy, even against the biggest opponent.
You and Ish.
All right, so Stickbeard and Kalani already went, right? Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, Guilford already went too, yeah.
Yeah, I was first.
All right. Oof.
It goes first. Yeah, after like, unsuccessfully like trying to grab you, it looks around, kind of like realizing it's surrounded, like getting pelted by stones by Kailani, getting like swiped at by Guilford behind it. Stickbeard, also this big, oversized dwarf, just also kind of encroaching on it. It um, crumples on the floor and lets out another scream. Everybody make a save versus spell check.
Another one. Ugh.
Okay, and that's a hit point of damage and missing your turn.
I think I
We miss our
barely
turn?
succeeded.
Yes, if you fail at the spell.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So now new and Ish.
My turn.
You go first.
Okay, I'm gonna take a swipe at it. Nope.
Ooh, I was muted. Give it a big old pay attention to me, you big galoot. Ah, goddamn, these rolls.
And next turn is your last turn of growth before you become normal.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
So Therum and Kailani.
All right. Smash. Oh, well, maybe not as much this time.
Ling?
Oh.
She's actually higher than 10. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Roll an additional d4, Kailani. Okay, you do 3 damage. Pelted again. Hitting it in another spot. This one, you had pretty good form. It just ended up being a grazing blow as it landed, but still hurt the beast, whatever it is. Irritated that you guys are still attacking it, it decides to writhe around and do attacks. So, Stickbeard, you have AC of 15 and misses hits you once for 2 damage. And then Therum, what is your AC, Therum?
Including the shield, 14.
Okay. misses you twice, and then
Yes.
Guilford, what is your AC?
16.
Misses you twice. Okay, so yeah, rides around, but like as you guys just kind of, space it, you're able to dodge its attacks. Okay, next round, and the last round of Stickbeard's giant form. Who wants to roll an ish? It's a new round of an ish.
Is it me?
Well, it's not me. I just went.
Okay.
I think we're all. I think we've all. I think we went all around.
I can bring
Yeah,
it back around if you want.
Go for it.
Yep. I've done it twice.
Monstrosity goes first. Does the same thing. Rides around, tries to attack each of you a couple times. Stickbeard doesn't get 15 or above. 14 for you, yeah, Therum?
Yes.
Hits you. Hits you for 3.
Oof.
And Gilbert is 16. Both misses. Okay, your turn, guys.
Once more.
Actually rolling a 20-sided die. Yep.
Okay.
Yay.
6 damage. After that hit, in comparison to the 2 sling bullets and the smack that Therum gave it, after that hit, which does 6 damage, its form starts to collapse a lot, and even though that it didn't look that healthy to begin with, it looks like it's really struggling to keep itself together now.
I guess
Good.
one more smack.
Nice.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and Therum, you, with your mace, just smash through it, and the writhing mass just falls to the side and doesn't twitch around or anything. Basically just stops and begins to melt.
So are they all dead?
Yeah.
Oof.
Once more, we emerge victorious. Do you suppose we've taken Nurton?
Oh, we're just outside Nurton.
Yeah. Nurton is to the east.
Would there be anything good on these guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna search around. Trying to find any goodies.
You do find their knives, and just like the other knife you investigated, it gives you a bad vibe. They're made of some kind of dark stone. The handles are antlers that have been carved. But just looking at them or picking them up, it makes you uneasy. Other than that, what the undead soldiers had was battered weaponry.
Don't we have one of these knives already in our hall?
No, you destroyed the last one.
Oh. I have a feeling we should probably destroy these ones too.
How did you destroy it?
I think they smashed them.
Yeah. I seem to remember someone held it maybe against a rock and I smashed it with my warhammer. Or battle axe, I should say. Since I have a lot of strength.
Oh, I'm thinking get 2 in 1 blow.
Yeah, why not?
All right, I'll set up a row of the daggers.
I'll just smash them. We don't want these dark energy tools to be hanging around.
You keep smashing them, and after like smashing the third or fourth, you keep getting flashes of someone in the distance, like over, like in the tree line over, just kind of looking at you in the distance. It's a person wearing like orange puffy shirt with a orange lawn coat, um, orange trousers, and very very fine leather boots. We're also wearing a chaperon. Has a handlebar mustache. And the handlebar mustache is he's a white guy with brown hair. But his eyes have a weird orange glow to them.
Looking at us from the tree line.
Yeah, like it's kind of one of those things where every time you smash the dagger, you basically have this vision of him being there, and you look over and you see him for a second, then he disappears. But then you smash the dagger, and that whole sensation starts again.
I feel like with each one of these we're destroying evil, but I feel like we're being watched. Tell everyone. These visions. This figure.
What does the figure look like?
Human.
Human? Okay.
But with glowing eyes.
No, I don't think I've met anybody like that.
I should hope not.
Jinx.
Well, I'm glad we've disposed of these tools here. Maybe further exploration will reveal more.
Indeed. Let us continue our campaign into Nurton.
Between the forest and Nurton, as you guys approach, there is a stillness. Not even the birds chirp. You see a farmhouse not too far from the tree line between you and Nert. Oh, and as for the sake of Nerton, you can see that the walls have been demolished. And judging by the portions of wall that have fallen, you look in and you see more buildings have collapsed.
Are there any figures moving about, or
Give me a wisdom check. After a while of just hanging out, you notice that there are a bunch of skeletons, but you don't see any of the special skeletons. Just the normal, everyday skeletons.
There are no
Hmm.
special skeletons. Do the skeletons usually just kind of ignore people?
As long as you don't agitate them. But if they notice you, they will attack you.
well, should we
Do
continue
I-
on into Nerton?
Yeah,
Yeah, that.
and I'm going to activate the invisibility ring.
Let's finish what we came for.
Let me do it.
Okay, let me set up that map. Okay, so I assume you guys will be approaching from the um, northeast or northwest.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. What a horror show is this going to be?
Who knows?
I just kind of figured the horror show was like called out for some religious excursion, and we already encountered it.
All right, map should be ready. You guys approach Nurton after hearing so many stories. So you look southward, and that wall of that part of that building has been completely toppled. You guys kind of walk into you assume it would have been similar to Maurice's Reach and Berry Pond, where you have the walled section, and then you walk a ways into a city center. But this city center looks heavily destroyed, and there are skeletons just kind of meandering around.
Well, feel like
This is eerie.
yeah, feel like we're the cleanup crew. This is a wall, right? Down here.
Yeah.
Well, should we go in and clean up this side, this room first, and then move on?
Sounds good.
Going to try to keep out of sight of whatever that is, or at least away from it. And I'm just going to go over here, and then yeah, and
Fling
then
you
I'm
to
gonna
sleep.
yeah. Actually, I'll use my sling. Just take a little shot at him.
Which one?
Oh, this one,
Okay.
which is short range.
Go ahead and roll.
So short range +1 threshold modifier.
Mm-hmm. That is a miss.
That is a miss.
How far can the sling reach?
Depends on the range, but short range is anything under is 40 feet and under. I think
Oh, I
medium
see.
range is 40 to 80 feet, I want to say. weapons.
Can I move up a little bit and then try and hit it with my sling? Oh. There's more coming.
Yep. We've
Always is.
stirred the beehive.
Yeah, why don't you roll an ish after your first shot? It just kind of ricochets around the debris, and yeah, some of the skeletons kind of turn towards your group and start walking. So roll an ish.
Has anybody only rolled once?
Twice, I think.
I think I've only here. I'll just do it, and I think I only rolled once. So there.
All right.
They go first. I'm making secret measurements.
With how long the buildup of getting to Nerton was, I'm now feeling a little bit underprepared now that we're here.
Oh,
Well, you've got your strip of leather and some rocks. Which more prepared did you want to be?
I don't know, I guess that's the most I can ask for right now.
hmm.
We've been in
Oh,
worse
and your
scrapes.
baseball bat with a spike strapped to it. Got that too.
Yeah, that's gotta be
Oh,
my first move, is to pull something else out like that.
yeah. Didn't you get a mace?
I did.
Your guys is
Hmm.
your turn.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to use my action to switch from my sling to my mace and shield. So there's that.
That's your move action,
Yep.
Ditto.
and you still get to have an action.
Oh, I get to. All right. Well, then I'm gonna take a swing at this guy.
I'm just gonna sling someone. Probably whoever's surviving after their onslaught.
Who were you targeting with that sling bullet?
Let's say that guy. I know nobody else is gonna kill him.
To I think Stickbeard and Kailani.
Stick myself in the middle of everything.
I already used my move action to switch to my mace, right?
You still can. So then you can forego your action to get another move action. So you can't attack this
Oh,
turn, but you can switch your weapons and move at your normal rate.
okay. Then yeah, I will go ahead and um, move right up there for now.
Okay. Roll an ish.
Hmm. Let's see. Should I go?
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Hey.
That's not bad.
You go first.
Hey, all right. I'm gonna take out this skeleton, or I'm gonna try. That's a very poor try.
That's a miss.
Let's see. Oh yeah, close enough. Kailani, were you going for anyone in particular?
Um, I can go for this one that's like straight to the east if you wanted to go for that lower one.
All right. Also, if you is it hold? Yeah, if you left click and hold, that's how you do the ping. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, and I'll do that then. So whoop and whoop.
I sent a bullet wide towards this guy, missing completely.
Okay, and so that is a miss with your mace. And now it's the skeleton's turn. Yeah, so you guys are making more noise. The more skeletons just kind of run out from the rubble towards you for blood. Two skeletons attack Therum, who's got an
Hmm.
AC of 14.
Yep.
Two misses.
Yes.
And two skeletons attack Stickbeard with an AC of 15.
Yep.
One hits.
Oh dang,
Take 2 damage.
Hmm.
not so dang.
And
Haven't quite hit half HP yet.
oh. Yeah, you guys have been taking some damage. This is like, yeah, this has been bloody. Um, so yeah, roll an ish.
All right. Oh, nice.
You go first. What do you know?
All right.
Yay.
Smashing some skeletons.
That's a miss.
Ah.
Slinging in the rain.
Which one was that?
This one.
Oh, Sophie, I forgot to roll for your attack. Hold on. What is your AC, Sophie?
It says 8.
Oh, do you have the leather armor, yeah?
Yes, I do. And I wasn't sure if it was 7 or 12 because it on the.
It's 12. So
Oh,
you,
okay.
it's like you have your dex modifier that helps your AC by 2. Is that
Okay, so 13.
13 AC? Okay. Yeah, and he missed. So, yeah. He strikes at you. You're able to fend him off. And then you return with a swipe of your own. Goes right into the center of his rib cage, and he just explodes like a firework into a pile of bones. Stickbeard, you have yet to attack.
This one in particular. Ugh.
And that is a miss. Okay, their turn. There, and we're just going to move him out of the way. There.
Stickbeard, you're getting swarmed.
They they know I'm the bad one, I guess.
And they roll some attacks. So none hit you, Therum, the one that's on you. But
That's
Stickbeard,
good.
you get hit once, Stickbeard. And you take another 2.
Hooray. I am at 11. Not to brag, but I'm bragging a little.
You're trying to.
You doing a humble brag?
No.
Humble brag. Yes. That's what the kids say.
Yeah, so this is kind of similar to what Therum did with that big monster. Like, all these monsters are just crowding on top of you. But even though that you occasionally get stabbed or whacked, you're still, like, holding your ground and fending them off and keeping space. That was their turn, so yeah, I guess new and ish.
All right. Who still needs to go?
Oh, Kailani went.
Oh, Kailani.
And you
All
guys go
right.
first. Man, you guys have been really good with the initiative rolls.
All right. Here goes another smash. Hey. Okay. And then, so I did a smash, and then I'm going to move. I can move 40 feet, right?
That's right, 40 feet.
Cool. I'm going to run over here and try to, so I can help out Stickbeard.
With a sling bullet.
And I guess go for that one. Hooray.
Yeah, you guys are feeling super motivated after that one. All of you just like took one out that round.
Morale booster.
I'm good for
Be
that.
careful. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. So now it's their turn.
I think so.
What if this is just like endless skeletons?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. So I went, Guilford went, Kalani went. I guess Stickbeard.
Your
Is it
thing.
your initiative?
They go first.
It's one for every townsfolk.
Those skeletons are fast.
That's just that's them double moving, so they don't get to attack, but they basically
Mm.
rush up, and yeah, Kailani and Stickbeard for a moment like there's some reprieve as like all around you is just piles of bones, but then immediately like stepping on those bones are more skeletons as they are sprinting right at you.
Right.
Are they attacking or?
No. That was them closing the distance. None of them are
Oh,
attacking.
okay.
Oh wait, no, the one on the left is attacking. The one on the left does get an attack on Stickbeard and misses.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like Kailani probably missed with that one. So I'm gonna come in and insert myself right there and take a swing at this guy. Guilford coming in, jeez.
Yeah. Except for not being able to roll over a 10 in the last fight. Or over a 6 or whatever.
This one. The one that's kind of up in between me and the wall.
Okay, roll new and ish.
I guess back. I guess anyone at this point. Go for it. There you go.
They go first. Kailani, one attacks you. And your armor class is 13. That's a miss.
Yes.
Well, he rolled a 3, so I don't think, as long as your armor class isn't that bad, he misses. And then one attacks Therum. And Therum, you have an AC of 14.
Mhm.
That's a miss. And Stickbeard, 2 attacks at 15. You get hit once for 1 damage.
Okie dokie.
Our turn.
Yes.
Smash.
That's a smash, all right. Which one are you attacking? Okay.
This one. That way I can turn around and face these guys.
That is a miss.
That one. Wait, no. Yeah, 14 did the trick last time.
So the last one kind of being cornered starts like cowering and lowering.
Oh.
Other undead that show up and see this carnage start to wander away. Well, the one in the middle just kind of like basically falls to its knees and like shivers.
Let's retrieve it. I've never had an undead surrender before.
I'm not so sure they're surrendering more as like just running away.
This guy's not running. He's just kind of giving up.
Wait, the undead have lost the will to live?
Have lost the will to fight. They're already not living.
But yeah, these basically any remnants that you see just walk away from you as you approach them.
Okay. I kind of like. Is this weird behavior for undead, as far as we know?
Well, I mean, how many times have you like demolished a whole horde of them in their presence? Like this is a first for as you guys are like knee deep in like skeleton. Um, this is also kind of weird for you too.
Crunchy.
But it would seem that, there is a limit to the skeleton's bravery.
Huh.
Well, that went surprisingly well.
I mean,
I agree.
Stickbeard did get stabbed a few times, but yeah, none of you got killed.
I'm gonna need a rest once we get home. But first, the town. We must figure out the state of their inn.
Yeah, kind of up to you guys how you look through this town.
Wait, I will turn on my ring of invisibility, and I guess I'll probably go first. Can't I see anything? There are walls here? Oh, yeah. Okay.
You see the blight tree in the very center of town.
Oh,
Springing out of the well, yeah. It's not very big. but it's there. So the stories are true. A blight tree
All right.
sprung from its well.
I will come back here and let you all know. Hey, there is a blight tree here, and I guess we should probably get rid of that.
We should.
Yes, we should. I even have like a couple of oil flasks in which
Perfect.
that we could burn this sucker.
Everybody roll some intelligence.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
It's all up to the elf.
I really hope I know what to do.
Kailani, you remember like hearing about when the blight trees burn, they scream real loud.
Oh
But
yeah.
wadding your ears seems to alleviate that.
Did we bring the wax?
I mean, that's usually up to what's his name again?
Jonathan
That with the
Fairlight?
squirrels.
Oh,
Ficus?
Ficus.
I guess usually brings the wax.
Well, I guess the best we could do is just like find
Wads.
something to muffle our ears.
Yeah. Wads of cloth and paper.
Yeah.
Mud if you want to get weird. But yeah.
Chewed up paper.
Okay, you guys wad your ears properly.
Yep. I think we're ready. I'd say go for it there.
All right. Let's do this.
You douse the blight tree with the oil flasks. Did anybody bring goblin grenades?
No.
Don't think
Okay.
But I brought a
People are
torch.
saving-
You light the blight tree on fire. It lets out a scream.
Ah!
You look around at the perimeter. The skeletons leaving Nurton. They seem to be dispersing. For a moment, as it, reduces to ash and the burning remains go down into the well, you can feel as if the land is healing. And at that moment, Therum, you look up into the sky, and the cloud parts, and the sun rays shine at the city, at this town center of Nurton.
This land has been cleansed.
Are there angels singing somewhere?
I I heard several. Yes.
Damn. We good.
Damn right we are.
It's so beautiful.
There runs over to Stickbeard and tries to dance a little.
Nah, no, we're not getting that. We're not doing that. I just glare.
Oh, Stickbeard, have you forgotten joy?
I like to think that Theron, because he is like a lot stronger, is kind of pulling you around. Even though that you're like, no.
Stickbeard or
I
Theron is an adolescent dwarf. He very much has a zest for life, and yeah, is very strong. So
Did somebody give me 3 HP? I thought it was at 10.
wasn't me.
Is
I-
somebody messing with my character sheet?
Not me.
Okay, that was weird. Never mind. Okay. But no, I was sitting here going, like pointing to the what, like 7 or 8 different places where I've been poked. It's like, please no, no dancing. I am in pain. This is all well and beautiful, but oh god, I am in a little bit of pain. Things are settling in. The thrill of battle, the adrenaline is wearing off. Oh god.
Oh, we can raise our voices in song instead.
I put the wadding back in my ears.
Guilford composes a song off, slightly off key or severely off key sometimes, celebrating our victory and the of good over evil.
Kailani will join in once she can pick up the tune.
I mean, you're both kind of making up the song as you go along, so the harmonies are like way off, but it it does kind of bring a lot of levity, given like looking at all the destruction and stuff, and it's over as the last of the blight tree burns to ash. Um, Nurton will no longer uh, suffer the curse. However, that doesn't erase the amount of loss of life in this battle.
Mhm. Mr. Beard, what do you think about moving your people in here?
Did everybody from Nurton die? I mean, this was a full and thriving village before this happened. I imagine there may be refugees of Nurton somewhere who would like to return.
Yeah, you passed by them on your way here, House Dugny. This is
Yeah.
Oh,
this is why House Dugny's a drunk, in the hospital of Berry Pond.
oh yeah, we should probably let him know that he can go back.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think that's as good of a point to. We'll talk more of the ramifications of what transpired in the next episode. But yeah, fairly big episode.
Mhm.
This time around. Well, main big portion of the first main quest completed. So way to go. Watch as like 5 more other quests open up.
Hmm.
It's
Ding,
like Skyrim.
ding, ding.
It'll never end. It's like a Hydra. You finish one quest and 2 take over its place. But yeah, thank you all for playing.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for running the
Thank you
game.
for
Thanks for running.
yeah.
And thank you, chat, for watching. If you wanted to keep up on all serious industry streams, the best way to do that is to give this channel a follow. Alternatively, you can join us on Facebook, Twitter, or Discord, where we do the stream announcements. There's also the website, shatteredempire.net. Shattered Empire is a post-apocalyptic interstellar synthwave-fueled tabletop RPG. If you go to the website right now, you can get a free alpha of Shattered Empire. The alpha has everything you need to make a character, and if you're a crafty enough game master, you might be able to make your own campaign. So check that out, and until next time, this is Abacus Fish, signing off.